Thank you. I'm Congressman Raúl Labrador from the 1st Congressional District of Idaho. I think Attorney General Eric Holder should resign. As all of you know, the Attorney General of the United States is the highest law enforcement official in the land. As such, he has an obligation to provide truthful and accurate testimony to Congress. When Attorney General Eric Holder testified before Congress on May 3rd that he had learned about Operation Fast and Furious only a few weeks earlier, his statements were either untrue or deliberately misleading. It is clear from recently released documents that Mr. Holder did in fact know about Fast and Furious almost a year before his testimony. I first learned about Fast and Furious early this year from several of my constituents. After researching the matter and finding there was significant evidence of Department of Justice malfeasance, as a member of the Oversight and Government Reform Committee, I asked Chairman Darrell Issa to hold hearings on the topic. As I attended the hearings and reviewed the evidence, I was careful not to jump to any conclusions about the extent of Mr. Holder's involvement. However, the recently published documents that directly link Mr. Holder to Fast and Furious have convinced me that he's either lying or grossly incompetent. It is clear he has not been honest about the extent of his involvement with the failed Fast and Furious program and should not be entrusted with managing the Department of Justice. Attorney General Eric Holder cannot avoid responsibility for his involvement with a government program that directly led to the tragic death of a decorated U.S. Border Patrol agent. As our nation's top enforcer of the principles of law and justice, Mr. Holder has now lost credibility and should step down immediately. The question now for Mr. Holder is whether he's only protecting himself or whether he's also protecting others, perhaps all the way to the top of the administration.